For my parents, Murray was their only son. As someone said yesterday, he was a credit to them. Mum and Dad, I know you are so proud to have raised such a beautiful man. I love you both very much. Linda, Murray once told me that he got his love of music from you and his love of books from me. How apt that today we've both been able to channel those passions to honour him. Thank you for being with me throughout this. Stuart and Simon, thank you for coming to India to share all this with our family. I don't think we could have done it without you. Not only have you provided love and support, but also the welcome relief of laughter and light to keep us going. Meg's family, Joe, Paul, JP and Andy, it's so lovely to have you here now and in the future to support Meg and to join with us in welcoming Ned into the world. Meg, you are truly remarkable, and Murray knew that. Please know that we are here for you to help you through this. You shared Murray's dreams, and you gave him so much love and happiness. He was the perfect owl to your pussycat. To Jonty, Harley and Ned, your dad lives on through you, as he lives in the hearts of all who loved him. He loved you all so, so much. And yes, Jonty, he was lots of fun. Of all the different roles your dad played in his life, being a husband and a father were certainly his favourites. Our trip to India to farewell our son and brother has been crucial for our family coming to terms with Murray's sudden death. The care, sensitivity and hospitality has been exceptional. The outpouring of love and regard for Murray is so comforting. It has been therapeutic to hear how he has inspired so many of you and how he has touched your lives. And there are many others at home in Australia and all around the world who are coming to terms with Murray's death and the loss we all face. And now, my perfect words must stop. I loved Murray, I admired him and respected him. I will miss him. His dazzling smile, his sharp wit, his quirky humour, his ability to drive me crazy. I will always feel privileged that Muzz was my brother, and I'm a better person for it.
Would Murray's mates, Stuart Cook and Simon Cullum, please join me at the lectern.
I apologise if this takes some time to get through. It's Murray's fault. If he wasn't such a decent, helpful, busy person, this would be a lot easier. But no, he did a lot of helping in his life, and all of us, be they close friends or brief acquaintances, have benefited greatly from his senseless nature. It's an honour for Simon and I to be here today representing Murray's friends. It is quite humbling to see the high esteem in which Murray was held. We shared a lot together, youth, schooling, travel, surfing, dodgy Bondi flats, love, marriage, children and dreams. We all met at Newington College when we were 12 years of age. We began playing cricket together. I remember he was an all-rounder. Although sport was a common denominator, academically our paths rarely crossed. However, when they did, the consequences were usually disastrous for me. We always sat together, joking and laughing our way through class until the inevitable happened and the teacher would ask me a question. "Cook, have you got an answer for us?" Mr. Davis would ask. Muzz would whisper an answer to me. 24. 24, sir? The class would laugh. Harris, he would continue, any ideas? X equals pi r, sir? Thank you, Harris. He did this to me over and over, and it was obvious that Murray could talk, joke and laugh while still absorbing what was being taught. I realised I had a multitasker on my hands here. I watched him read and listen to music, hold a conversation and watch a detailed movie all at the same time. I realised I could only do one thing at a time, so I chose to joke with Muzz and struggle with the math later. And why did I continue to fall for the same trick every time? Because Muzz was the only option I had. I remember years later, in our mid-20s, he gave us all a bum steer on what to wear to a friend's wedding. On his instructions, we all turned up casual, only to see him out front of the church with all the other guests wearing a suit and tie. I had on my best red jeans, and Simon's tight black jeans made him look like a roadie. And this from a guy who only ever wore shorts. He must have borrowed that suit. He was a good student and sportsman. We played endless hours of cricket together. When it came to schoolwork, Murray never seemed to put much effort in, but he always got results. He seemed more interested in 4077 MASH than his homework. He never missed an episode, and everyone thought he was as close to Hawkeye Pierce as you could get, a blonde version of the witty, clever, charismatic doctor. After school, we had a gap year in England together. Murray at Lancing College and myself at Mill Hill. We were 18 and every holiday we travelled. Or should I say, Murray travelled and I followed. It was obvious back then that his love for travelling would become a big part of his life. We returned after a year, and a group of us consisting of Simon, David, Murray, Jim and myself rented a substandard flat in Bondi. During this time, Muzz sort of studied at Sydney Uni, as he still didn't seem to work that hard, yet passed everything easily. While studying, he could work 3 jobs at a time, motivated by the opportunity to travel, and every few months he'd be gone. This pattern repeated itself regularly. He could make things happen. I received many cards and insightful letters all over the world from Murray, and I'd like to share an extract, written when he was 29 and travelling the world on humanitarian projects. I quote, "Lots of time to relax and read and think. Think of Sydney and what my life is like there, where I trip myself up, what negative and positive patterns I slip into by habit, what I love and what I can leave behind, about friendships, our friendships, my goals, thoughts and aspirations, about what it meant to me having all those beautiful people come for dinner. I really liked that crowd to wish me well, making me wonder what defective part it is within me that makes me feel so often I don't fit in. And stop me if I'm getting on a roll here, but you know how writing frees the mind. About what simple answers lie behind your questions of what it is I want. Knowing it is love, pure and simple, but being so unsure of how to go about it.